I rented a room out from an older lady. She used to walk around butt booty naked while I was home. Then she would go in my room, go through my stuff, and what? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Keisha Shanae. I'm back with another video. Before you leave, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also click share. I think this is a very important topic, and that is being homeless and what being homeless has taught me. I'm not homeless right now. As you can see, I am in my room, and this is my first place that I've ever had that's in my name, and I've been here for about 3 years now. Prior to that, I dealt with having roommates, crazy roommates, having to move over and over again. One time I had to move about 10 times within 1 year. Crazy. It may have even been within like 8 months. It was really crazy. I've lived in homeless shelters. I've couch surfed, and I've also stayed with people who really didn't want me to stay there. If you know, you know. You ever sleep on somebody's couch and you know they really don't want you there and they treat you like crap? Yeah, been through that too. I just want to talk about what being homeless has taught me. There's a lot of people dealing with homelessness, and I just want to cut certain stereotypes. Like, everyone who is homeless does not have like an addiction problem or a money spending or money management problem. There's many reasons why people are homeless, and honestly, it's just rough and everything is expensive. And I'm just thankful that, God carried me through that rough season of being homeless. And I'm a firm believer that everything that we go through is for a reason. So, me being homeless was not in vain. I learned a lot from that. And I just want to share what I've learned. So, number one, I learned that there should be people in your life who you can depend on, but sometimes you just don't. You just don't have people there for whatever reason. If you grew up in a dysfunctional home, or maybe, your family lives far away, or whatever the reason is, you don't always have the support there that you need. So you have to make sure you cover your back and you take care of things that you need to take care of. So if you don't have rich parents, you don't have parents to help you pay rent or put something in their name for you. So horrible advice that I got when I was younger was like, stay away from credit cards. Don't get a credit card. Terrible advice, because if you are going to apply for your place, like your apartment or your house, whatever, you need credit history to do that. So don't take advice from people who, I hate to sound shady, but don't take advice from people who are not doing so well in their own life. You want to seek advice from people who are making moves and been there, done that, been through it. And that's why I just want to share what I've been through, because someone can learn from it. So if you do not qualify to get a line of credit, start off with a secure credit card and build your credit. That is going to be critical for people who don't have a lot of people or anyone who they can depend on. So I learned to cover my back, to always have money in my savings account, and to make sure that I keep my credit where it needs to be, because if something happens, I can go and get my own place. I don't have to go stay with nobody else. And if I wanted to, I can be the person renting a room. I don't have to be the one depending on somewhere to lay my head. I don't have to depend on someone else for that. But again, if you have that support, that is awesome. But like I said, I dealt with homelessness from childhood to my teenage years to my young adult years, off and on. And I wasn't homeless the whole time. There have been times I've stayed in shelters, but also, times where I had to stay in very uncomfortable conditions. So Yeah. The spiritual side of things, it taught me how to be resilient, how to never give up. When I tell you that year where I moved about 10 times was like one of the hardest years of my life. If I told you some of the stories that I've been through, you would not believe me. Like one lady who I lived with, I rented a room out from an older lady. She used to walk around butt booty naked while I was home. Then she would go in my room, go through my stuff, and what? What? That's what I'm saying. If I told people my story, they would not believe me. But God is my witness. God was there and with me through all of those struggles, and He helped me through it. So I learned to trust in God that people will let you down, and that's okay. Like, it is okay because they're not the source of your hope. God is. And if it was not for God on my side, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be here today. How many times I wanted to give up? My friends describe me as a strong person. And yes, I am, but that's because number one, I'm filled with the Holy Spirit. And number two, I had to go through a lot to be this strong woman who I am today. It was not easy. And, like I grew up with some people who had a lot of support. So when a storm does come, they have a harder time standing on their own 2 feet, and that's not to talk down on them. They're just not used to going through certain storms, and they haven't built that, what's the word I'm looking for? They haven't, built that stamina, that spiritual momentum to just keep going. Like something hits you and you get right back up and you keep going, and another thing comes and hits you and you get back up and you keep going. That determination, that resilience is different when you've been through some things in your life. So don't be ashamed of what you've been through. And honestly, I've seen people with the nicest homes and the nicest cars, and sometimes they're the most miserable people. So I also learned that material things do not equal happiness. And some of the people that you are looking up to are having the hardest times of their lives because God did not grant them the ability to enjoy the things that they have. So if you start off with God on your side and then the material things are added, you're 10 steps ahead. Don't think everyone on social media flexing is living their best life. The people living their best life are those who trust in God. The people living their best life are those people who've been through some things and they overcame it. So now they appreciate the smallest blessings because they know what it's like to have nothing. They know what it's like to be down and out. They know what it's like to sleep in a car. So, how wonderful and joyful it is to sleep in a bed, to have air conditioning, to have heat, to have warm covers. I remember when I lived in a homeless shelter, they gave me like this nasty, dirty, itchy cover. And I think that's why I have a thing with blankets, and I love soft blankets. But don't be ashamed of your struggle. Don't be ashamed of anything that you've been through. And just a side note, if you put anything crazy down in the comments, I'm going to delete it and block you. If you're not here for me, I'm not here for you. I'm talking to those who have been through something, who have struggled. And I just want to let you know that brighter days are coming. And I know things seem like it's getting harder and harder, but that is why you cannot put your trust in material things or in people, because people are struggling, and sometimes people let you down. So I just want to send hope to someone right now. If you're struggling financially, mentally, emotionally, or a combination of all of those things, put your trust in God and watch how He will keep you. Watch how He will be faithful. It may take some time for you to feel it. It may take some time for things to get better, but it will. And I'm finally in a place in my life where I feel very happy, very joyful, and I see why I had to go through all of those things. Maybe everything isn't answered, but I feel like God answered a lot of my questions. again, God can handle those difficult questions. If you want to ask God, why did you let that happen? Why me, God? He can handle that, and that's also where I found his love, and struggling is not the absence of God. He's there with you. So thank you for watching. I love you. Keep the faith, keep the hope, and I will be back with another video soon. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful night.